for India. And indeed, your opponents do fear you. The Indian team has been playing in such fine fettle. And India and Japan stride out, and no surprises. The loudest cheers are reserved for the men in blue as a packed house does greet them at the Mayor Radhakrishnan Stadium. This is an important step. India, 3 champions of the Hero Asian Champions Trophy. They will look to go one better. And the summit clash is just one match away. But for now, they will be focused. Plenty of support for India at the stadium and elsewhere. And we have got esteemed dignitaries in our midst. As always, Tirumati P. Geeta Jeevan, Minister for Social Welfare and Women Empowerment, Government of Tamil Nadu. Dato Tayyab Ikram, FIH President and IOC Commission Member. The legendary Padma Shri Dr. Dilip Tirki, President Hockey India. Mr. Bholanath Singh, Secretary General Hockey India and Vice President Asian Hockey Federation. And of course, Mr. Achanta Sharad Kamal, Olympian and Major Dhyan Chand Khel Ratna Awardee, a table tennis legend. And these ladies and gentlemen are accompanied by Commander R.K. Srivastava, Executive Director, Hockey India. There is, of course, a milestone to be celebrated. A much loved son of the soil, a man who is immensely popular, the custodian P.R. Srijesh, who wears the India shirt for the 300th time. And this crowd absolutely loves him. He's been obliged them with selfies after every single match. He speaks the local language as well. And what a gesture. And he has played a lot of his hockey here. He regards the Mayor Radhakrishnan Stadium as one of his favorites. And it's befitting that this immense honor is bestowed upon him by the legendary Dilip Tirki. And it's befitting that he gets to celebrate and commemorate this occasion here. It's a huge honor for Chennai and fans of Indian hockey, and he does remind them the 300th cap has to be donned on him, and Mr. Bholanath Singh doing the honors as well. What a character. Srijesh has inspired legions of goalkeepers. He said he will take a call on his future after the Asian Games, but as fans of Indian hockey, fans of the global game, we only wish he plays on for as long as his body and mind allow him to. He is a character, and surely the game needs more of these. Right. Now both the teams, they will line up for the national anthem.
Rise for the national anthem of Japan.
அரங்கத்தில் உள்ள அனைவரும் ஜப்பான் நாட்டின் தேசிய கீதத்திற்காக எழுந்து நிற்குமாறு கேட்டுக்கொள்கிறோம்.
Please remain standing for the national anthem of India.
அரங்கத்தில் உள்ள அனைவரும் எழுந்து நின்று இந்திய நாட்டின் தேசிய கீதத்திற்கு பாடுமாறு கேட்டுக்கொள்கிறோம்.
शुभ beautiful moment. The Mayor Radhakrishnan Stadium is all fired up and ready for the second semi-final as India take on Japan. In the commentary box, this is Arun Venugopal and I have the privilege of the company of my esteemed co-commentator Siddharth Pandey. A very good evening, sir.
Very good evening to you, Arun, and a very warm welcome to our viewers all around the globe. This should be a cracking game between India and Japan, and that is how Craig Fulton's India will be lining up. It will be Srijesh, who is of course 300 cap today under the bar. Varun Kumar and Harmanpreet Singh will be pillars in defence. Hardik Singh, Shamsher and Manpreet will be in midfield. Mandeep will lead the line with Akashdeep and Gurjan to his left and right respectively. There's a lot of talent. There's a lot of firepower on the bench. Neelkanta Sharma always full of running. Watch out for him when he comes in. Jugraj will look to make a name for himself. Sukhjit has been playing very well. Karthi Selvam has been on the score sheet. There will be an emotion. There will be some moment of revenge here for India that they will be looking for after this is the team that knocked them out in Dhaka in that semi-finals at the Asian Champions Trophy 2 years ago. This is Akira Takahashi Japan lineup. Yoshikawa will be in goal. Yamashita and Ohashi will be in defense as always. Taiki Takare makes them tick in midfield. Kentaro Fukuda will be leading the line for them with the ever dangerous Kosei Kawabe and Takuma Niwa on his left and right. Yuma Nagai, watch out for him, always full of running. Kawahara, he's been playing well in defense. Ryoma Uka has been amongst the goal, and Fujishima is one of those. Whenever he comes on, he does not make a lot of mistakes. Craig Fulton, what a moment this is for him. India will be in the finals if they beat Japan. Akira Takahashi, he has already played a finals with Japan. It was the finals of the Asian Champions Trophy. Unfortunately, they couldn't win that day against Korea, which for me, one of the best finals that the Asian Champions Trophy has ever witnessed. They meet India once again. And this time, it is in Chennai.
This match certainly promises plenty of action. And India, make no mistake, will be pressing ahead. They've made a habit of these half-court presses. Craig Fulton does seek to rebrand Indian hockey with his own imprint, and a huge part of that are the half-court presses. That does give the team the leverage to take advantage when there are gaps in the opponent's defense, but also regroup quickly when there is a counter on store.
It's important. It is important to remind our viewers. We'll come back to what I was saying because India have an opportunity here. India were unbeaten through the league phase, but the only team we could not beat was Japan.
India have been making a habit of seizing those early possessions, much like Australia in their prime do. India have wanted to seize the initial attack. Another great aerial crossfield ball finds Harmanpreet. Excellent ball there. Circle entry made. A penalty corner won by India. This has been the recipe for much of India's success early on. A penalty corner within the second minute of the contest. And if there is penalty corner, there is one man who will step up to the plate. It's Captain Courageous Harmanpreet, but look at the beauty of this crossfield aerial. And Harmanpreet showing his experience, knocking on the ankle of the opponent, Reiki Fujishima. I beg your pardon, it's Kosei Kawabe.
What a moment this is. What an opportunity this is for India. Hardik comes out to Harmanpreet. What a save that is by Takashi Yoshikawa. Confident. And now India need to defend in numbers. Kosei Kawabe comes away with the ball. That is a bad tackle. That could be revisited. Kosei Kawabe, still it is. It is a circle entry. It's an attempt on goal. It's almost the opening goal, and that tackle is being revisited. Shamsher with untidy in his re-tackling. and rightly so, has been given a green card. This was the opportunity. Harmanpreet Singh,
What's that number, please?
Takashi Yoshikawa, with
21.
as confident a left foot as
21.
you will see.
Yuri, I cannot hear you.
Got the clearance.
Yeah,
Japan launched the attack.
Number 21.
That's
Yuri,
been
looks like you can hear me. I cannot hear
hit
you.
across the face of goal. Unfortunately for Japan, that was not on target.
I
Early
can see you
warning
speaking,
signs
but I
for
cannot hear
India.
you, okay?
Hardik.
So we're aware.
Yeah, yeah.
Hardik keeps the ball, keeps possession, has Harmanpreet on the right, finds him. Akashdeep looks for a circle entry. It is Kawahara, who's been having a good tournament. He cleans up in defense for Japan, looking to get the ball away. They're able to do so. Now looking to build an attack. Seren Tanaka.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
And Shamsher Singh, that's the first booking for India in this contest. A green card, 2-minute suspension, so India will have to play out that duration with just 10 men. We just saw a little while
That's
ago
you cannot
how
hear me.
I beg your pardon, how
you hear
Manpreet
me, my
ran
voice?
the length of the turf, made significant ground. That's the kind of work rate that India have built up even off the ball.
Maybe you had a penalty.
That's why I'm a bit disappointed, because Shamsher had got himself in a position where he could re-tackle. But the tackle was not good enough. Should have taken a better decision. Japan keeping the ball nicely here.
So Yuri, for now, let's just look at
Kawahara.
the big signals.
Taiki Takade comes to the left, has Ken Nagayoshi. Japan with Seren Tanaka. India have every single player behind their 23-meter line. Japan still keeping possession. This is good defensive compactness by India. Sukhjit does not have a lot ahead of him, has done very well to win possession. Jugraj on the pitch for the first time. Did not start this game. Jadri. India back to their full quota of players. The green card is clear. Hardik. A lot of what India is trying to do is coming down this right-hand side. Karthi Selvam, first touch for him. Unfortunately, can't stop that from going out of play.
Watch out for Karthi Selvam. He's often managed to turn 50-50 chances into a credible pass. This one from Harmanpreet. He did apologize, wasn't exactly on the money, but the idea is right. Again, India winning the ball. These midfield battles are crucial. Another chance, looking to step into the 23rd, 23-meter mark first.
Karthi wins possession for India. Hardik moves the ball 5 meters. He can now play it in. Too many Japanese defenders in front of him. What a give and go this is. Circle entry for India almost results in a goal. Almost results in a goal for Karthi Selvam. India do have a long corner. Vivek is looking for a short aerial to find Harmanpreet, who had made the overlapping run on the left. But what a 1-2 this. Hardik did the right thing. Played that across goal.
Yes, sir. Will you organize the sound guys to be ready, please?
Kawahara. Sukhjit is the only Indian player on the press, with Karthi Selvam, Neelkanta Sharma and Gurjant behind him. Harmanpreet gets the interception. Hardik receives. Never easy receiving those bouncing, bumpy balls when you're under pressure. Harmanpreet. India having a lot of the possession early on for 6 minutes. Manpreet never fully in control of that. I can't get over, Arun, how defensively compact Japan was when we played them, when India played them in the league phase.
There's the technical bench. There's Safar Norazmi, the scoring judge.
Thank you.
Murki Khan, the timing judge. Technical officer Michael Teddy, and the reserve umpire Rashid
blue is?
Yasser. The organizers have also ensured that there are neutral umpires for every game. India once again step up the attack. Craig Fulton will be mindful of the fact that they don't lose shape. It's the defensive compactness that Siddharth pointed out that Craig Fulton prides upon.
And that Akira Takahashi must have been proud of. His team were amazing against India in the league phase, and they will look to replicate that. It is worth remembering, Arun, Japan are not having a very good tournament. They finished 4th in league phase and have only made it to the semi-finals by virtue of a good goal difference. Pakistan and Japan ended on the same points. Japan have made it with a better goal difference, but against India, they were outstanding on that day. They had a plan, stuck to the plan, executed it to perfection. Whether it came to penalty corners or their half-court press, their defensive compactness, the way they retackled that day. So it's not going to be easy. India have a task on their hands, so does Japan. Harmanpreet Singh is in the form of his life. He is in his peak years. Yuma Nagai drives the ball forward for Japan, as he so often does. Finds Kentaro Fukuda. Shota Yamada to Kawahara. Once again, Kawahara. Forward pass is a good one. Kose Kawabe wins the foul.
Yeah, thank you.
Taiki Takade has an aerial on, takes the aerial on. It will be a circle entry. Shota Yamada goes across the face of goal. Yuma Nagai was the player at the second post. Can't receive that, but a very good move by Japan behind India's defensive lines. They found a space
Yeah, thank you.
and they exploited that space.
And this is excellent. This is exactly how Japan did score the first goal of the tournament, and it was that man, Yuma Nagai, cashing in on a deflection. India need to be extremely watchful, because Japan are not the kind of team that will sit behind and wait for things to happen. Japan will press forward. They will try to win the ball in midfield. A good aerial ball again. India will have to capitalize on this gambit. Vivek with the ball. And it's given away. For the second time, Vivek has managed to give the ball away. Japan now making the press forward. And under pressure was Amit Lohidas, but the experienced campaigner that he has covered it really nicely.
Used his body well to protect the ball and keep possession. Finally winning the foul, Amit Rohidas. Japan, India have an overwhelmingly favourable record against them, but Japan has this habit of surprising us. I remember 2002 Kuala Lumpur World Cup. We'll come back to that. Harmanpreet looks for the aerial, does not get it. It's too long for Gurjan to get that down. But that first match, it ended Japan 2, India 2. And that sort of put a hex on the entire tournament for India. We could not recover from that draw. And there was a certain Akira Takahashi playing for Japan that day and in that tournament.
Ghosts of the tournament passed, but I think those ghosts eventually have to be exorcised. India, the manner in which they've been playing all tournament, do look like firm favourites. No two ways about that. And the aerial balls are functional in more than one way. One, India have made a habit of delivering them in inch.
Cover from that draw. And there was a certain Akira Takahashi playing for Japan that day and in that tournament.
Ghosts of the tournament passed, but I think those ghosts eventually have to be exorcised. India, the manner in which they've been playing all tournament, do look like firm favourites. No two ways about that. And the aerial balls are functional in more than one way. One, India have made a habit of delivering them in inch perfect manner. The second is the relative lack of height on the part of the Japanese. That could well make it a great option. Here's a slap down the middle, looking for the deflection. I think there was Gurjat there up front. Hardik still in possession. There is Harmanpreet lying in wait near the back line.
Looking for the aerial switch. Varun Kumar gets it. Manpreet tried to switch it to his backhand and take an attempt on goal. Was unable to do so. This was the moment. Harmanpreet plays that in. That's a very good ball. One of the best goalkeepers at the tournament, at the Hero Asian Champions Trophy, undoubtedly has been Takashi Yoshikawa. He'll have a big role to play over a month from now. Of course, India and Japan are in the same pool at the Asian Games. They will face each other at least once. They faced each other in Jakarta. Japan, historic gold medal for them. But it was not a good outing against India in the league phase.
As are Pakistan in the same group in the Asian Games at Hangzhou next month. But India for now will look to be in the here and now. They have been good at doing that so far. Siddharth did point out that they looked absolutely purposeful and pumped up in the warm-ups.
Yeah, I saw them very closely, and they were in the zone for India. Not that Japan were not, but the Indian team looked locked in. Japan clear their lines. Anywhere will do. They are really deep at the moment, Japan.
I think they're deeper than when they started out, as a consequence of how high and how intense India have been pressing. But India will also have to be wary of the counter-attack. Japan are great at those, and they are very good at switching play at will. Only one penalty corner that India have earned so far. Again, looking to exploit the presence of Harmanpreet, that long aerial ball. But Japan now are digging deep. Excellent work from the Indian captain, looking to intercept all by himself. He's been doing a great bit of work. His work rate up and down the flank has been incredible.
Japan. Final 2 minutes of the first quarter. Manpreet.
Play on.
Such an important player for India. He has been, of course, has more than 300 caps. On the day that Srijesh celebrates his 300, it is important to remember he's the only player in the team who has more caps than Srijesh does, Manpreet. Japan with Yuma Nagai. Harmanpreet gets a stick to it. Not enough. Japan still have possession. Yuma Nagai. Is that a raised ball? No, it's got Harmanpreet's foot. India need to focus. Japan. Good spell of pressure by them. Hardik almost won the ball, but certainly has won the foul.
That was good from the Indians there, because there was a real risk of Japan breaching the 23-meter line, and eventually, if not scoring a goal, they could have secured foul or two. A penalty corner was always a risk that India had to anticipate. And mind you, there is less than a minute to go in the first quarter, and it's been an absorbing one. Goalless so far, but can India manage to eke out a late goal? Manpreet is back on the pitch.
Second left.
With less than half a minute now on the clock. India will also need to guard against a late goal. Japan are known to do that. So far it's been a hold-for-hold battle. It's been absorbing, it's been thrilling. No goals, but that doesn't count.
Indeed, it has been Japan's deep defense against India's wave of attacks, and so far the Japanese defense has held up admirably. That will be the last action of the first quarter. No goals for India, one penalty corner which Takashi Yoshikawa saved confidently. He's kept Harmanpreet Singh at bay, the result of which is at the first quarter time break, it is India 0, Japan 0.
India will only have a couple of minutes to regroup from what has been a riveting first half. India, as they so often do, set the ball rolling, set the tempo of the game, looking to make those silken aerial passes. And the circle entries were made, a penalty corner was secured, and there was the world's best flag flicker at the moment, Harmanpreet. Japan did hold on quite nicely. India had the bulk of the possession. This was another great chance that went a begging. The deflection was also shot with Mandeep and Jugraj up front. But Japan's defensive lines did manage to clear it every once in a while.
That is the new Hero Zoom, which has industry first features like corner bending lights for dark and tricky turns. Segment first features like fastest acceleration going from 0 to 60 kilometers per hour in 9.35 seconds and bigger, wider tires for every terrain.
And all eyes glued on the action. There was just a shower of popcorn there amid the crowd. They're still waiting for the first Indian goal. In the meanwhile, Japan swap out their goalkeeper. It's Takumi Kitagawa who comes in Takashi Yoshikawa's stead. India too swap out their goalkeeper sometimes after every quarter, sometimes after the first half. But India's goal lies in the capable hands of Krishan Bahadur Pathak right now. The second quarter has begun and India will continue to press on, buoyed by a packed house.
Japan. Seren Tanaka for Japan. Looks for a forward pass. Sumit can't trap that cleanly.
Happy with that?
Japan with
Yeah,
possession.
fine. Yeah, okay, thank you.
That's a very good tackle.
Made up for his previous error. Put his body behind. Also had his stick up front. Great defending. India's fitness levels will also be tested. And they have been throughout the tournament.
Welcome, thank you, Tim. Tim.
Talking of fitness, of course, Sumit is
Yes,
one
thank
of the
you.
players in the Indian team, and there are a few of them, Arun, who finished the yo-yo test. Is that fit?
Is something that
Good work, thank you,
is
guys.
seen as a benchmark for fitness. India now looking to make an advance.
Intercepted, and it will be Japan ball. Amit Rohidas, another one of those super fit athletes in India, in the Indian team.
Play on, yeah.
Jugraj looks to intercept, gets the interception. Sumit cuts in, keeps the possession, still going. Caught his foot. Taiki Takade. Japan, good forward pass. Circle entry, Japan have a chance! And they had a player at the far post, and that player was Kosei Kawabe, who couldn't get a touch. Close call. Not very good individual defending there by India. Kosei Kawabe usually so dangerous inside the circle.
I think part of the blame might have to lay with Sumit there, because Kawabe did evade him right at the last moment. Escaped his marker, but India now are on the attack. Indeed, there's Hardik, there's plenty of support, there's plenty of attacking thrust, but there has been a point against India that they have scored mostly by virtue of penalty corners. An argument that's not untrue, but India will be looking to notch up a few field goals themselves.
Genki Mitani for Japan fell that slap shot from Harmanpreet Singh. Hardik boxed in, nowhere to go. Has kept possession. For all their possession, India, they're not creating a lot. Now they might, if Jugraj can bring this down. He can. Manpreet changes the angle of attack. Comes back to Harmanpreet. Harmanpreet to Hardik. Hardik has support on the baseline. It's a good give and go again. This is a chance. Akashdeep finishes. And India are ahead. They had numbers in the box, but it all came from that patient build-up. India passed and passed, rotated and rotated, changed the angle of attack until finally India got penetration. Hardik found Sumit on the baseline, got the ball back, played it in, and on the rebound, Akashdeep did the rest. India get the opening goal.
It's nice to see that smidgen of smile on Fulton's face, but like you rightly mentioned, great build-up from Manpreet first, from Harmanpreet, then Hardik playing the wall pass with Sumit on the line, and then Akashdeep, who's had an up and down campaign, giving the finishing touches. Great team goal. This is the kind of field goal and a team goal that India would have wanted, and it's come from Akashdeep after a steady build-up. Once again, Manpreet and Harmanpreet, the patience that Harmanpreet especially demonstrated. He waited and waited before distributing the ball.
Arun, it's a different game now because Japan now have to chase the semi-final. It's not a league game. You lose, you're out. Your campaign's over. Remember, in the league game, Japan scored first. It was a penalty corner goal that came via Ken Nagayoshi. Japan with Saren Tanaka. Good skills by him. He's attracted a stick check. Saren Tanaka moves it 5. Balls come in. Good deep defending, but it's not cleared as yet. Finally, it will be. Manpreet, coolest player in the stadium.
And he's got his doting family as well. And here's the goal again. Steady build-up. And Hardik, after the give and go, gets that deflection. Akashdeep only had to slam that ball in. Let's not forget that he's found that a difficult part. Here's another circle entry. India on the prowl once again. Deflected. No foul given. The ball has been awarded back to Japan.
Mandeep works so hard to create that opportunity. Look at this receiving. I wish we had slightly longer replay just to get that receiving by Mandeep. The way he tried to set himself up, but how he received the ball. Credit to Japan. They had a lot of numbers in defense. Denied Mandeep and Hardik. All Hardik could do was push that ball towards goal. Japan was strong in deep defense. Did not give away a penalty corner or an attempt on goal to Mandeep on the rebound. Won the foul.
The other point of concern for Japan would be the fact that India are a very deadly side once they go 1-0 up. And that they've done it without the aid of a penalty corner will keep them in higher spirits. Japan are now slowing the game down. There's still plenty of time left in this quarter. Another lapse of concentration perhaps. And Japan now looking to make the circle entry. They do. Great defending once again.
Great defending. I don't think they made the right choice there, Japan. We will come back to that as India is on the front foot with Manpreet. What a run this is by him. But a very good tackle. Shota Yamada came across him and Manpreet acknowledges the defensive work that Shota Yamada has done.
I mean, the entire tournament has been played in great spirit. And that's another huge takeaway for plenty of the youngsters who have been watching this tournament. And Manpreet has been an excellent ambassador. Hardik now on the right. Again switching flanks as India do it so subtly, so adroitly and beautifully given away. And here's an opportunity, circle entry, penalty corner. And it all originated from the left with Harmanpreet puppeteering the proceedings.
Again, super build-up by India. Japan had numbers, but the precision of the passing is what opened it all up for India. Credit has to go to Jugraj as well for taking up the position where Harmanpreet could find him, and they are both now available at this penalty corner. Harmanpreet, first battery is Amit Rohidas. Jugraj is not there. Second battery, Harmanpreet Singh. Will it be him to double the lead for India? It will be. It's 2-0 to India. The captain strikes again. India's leader has just doubled the lead for them in this all-important clash, this semi-final clash. India lead Japan by 2 goals.
what a master. The best drag flicker in the world at the moment. Finds his mark. Japan had two men rushing, not in exactly the same line. There was enough space. Harmanpreet knows his rushes. Craig Fulton knows that his man has got his mark. It was India's 52nd penalty corner in the tournament, and how often has Harmanpreet stepped up and done the job? He does it so well and so easily that you often take it for granted. And like Harmanpreet mentioned after the previous match, that you do connect some, you do miss some as well, but you have to take it in your stride. Quite an unassuming way to put that, given the success rate that he has. Japan now on the attack. They have given the ball away. They have just given the possession away to the Indians.
Unfortunately, it's broken down for Japan, but it's building well for India. Akashdeep. Akashdeep looks to find Gurjan. Gurjan finds Akash. This is the chance. They can't bury that. With less than 7 to go, India could have been 3 ahead. But again, the passing is incisive. It's quick. The penetration is good. The finish doesn't quite come for India. Ominous signs for Japan though.
But the approach was right there. Just looking back at this goal from Harmanpreet, having secured the penalty corner, the second for India in this match. This time Harmanpreet finds his mark, as he so often does. He makes absolutely no fuss about it. So India now have distributed their goals evenly. There is a field goal and there is a penalty corner induced goal as well. Japan looking to make that circle entry, and they have been searching for that elusive deflection up front, but partly due to India's solid defending in the back, and also because of Japan not meeting those passes, they have not been able to make use of any of those balls.
When you're defending deep and when you're content to sit in a low block, and that is your game plan, I've always said this. What happens when you go behind? You have to switch your plan then, because you're chasing Manpreet. And Japan so far have not been able to make the switch to attack and to chase this game. India have continued attacking, of course. They're going in search of the third. But that's the big difference between the first game, the league game, and this game. Ken Nagayoshi's goal set it up perfectly for Japan. They were content to sit in a half-court press, in a low block, just plug those gaps in defense and keep India out. That hasn't quite happened today. India got the first goal with Akashdeep, and Harmanpreet via a penalty corner got India's second. And Japan in the second quarter with 2 quarters to go. 2 quarters and just about 5 minutes to go. Now have to chase this game. India looking to control the tempo. Amit Rohidas. Akira Takahashi will have to change things up at halftime. Just loses control of that ball, Neelkanta Sharma. Ken Nagayoshi. He needs an opportunity, Ken Nagayoshi. But penalty corners and attempts at India's goal have not been coming for Japan.
Thank you.
Not a lot of circle penetrations to start with for Japan. It's a different scenario now. Yamashita. It's a higher press from India. Masaki Ohashi. Just need to be careful here, Japan. Karthi Selvam on the press. Ken Nagayoshi, can he get away from him? Looks for the pass. Isn't a lot on. Is that back stick? That's what India is appealing. Sean Rappaport was in a great position.
I'm not convinced.
Waves play on. Japan on the attack. This is a good attack. Do they have a circle entry? Harmanpreet Singh takes more chances. Mops it up for India in defense. Now India can build an attack. Vivek Sagar. Look to find Shamsher.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
India are exactly where they want to be. Gurjan. Sukhjit it was, I beg your pardon. Can't get that down. What a pass that was by Harmanpreet Singh. 50-meter aerial. That is the vision that he possesses. Touch your weapon. Not just from penalty corners from India, Harmanpreet Singh, but with passes like these behind the defense, behind the opposition defense. Kawahara. Masaki Ohashi. Harmanpreet, good interception. Hard on the tackle. Hardik. Sukhjit. Not enough punch on the pass. Harmanpreet. Made a couple of vital interceptions today, Harmanpreet. German
Wait. Good.
finds Sukhjit. Sukhjit. No hurry to take this. Yes, there shouldn't be. Leading by 2 goals. They look comfortable at the moment, India. Varun Kumar finds Manpreet. Manpreet drives with the ball as he so often does. Goes for goal. They've got the goal. That is Mandeep's last touch. But there is no doubt as to who that goal belongs to. Manpreet Singh drives with that ball in midfield, takes on 3 Japanese players out, hits that towards goal, and Mandeep Singh gets the last touch at the far post. India have their 3rd goal, but this is brilliant. Brilliant by him. No doubt about that. Mandeep gets the last touch, but this is how it all came about. On his wrong foot, Manpreet smashes that towards goal, and India have their 3rd. With less than a minute to go in the first half, India have a commanding lead over Japan. Champions of Asia, Japan will be defending that crown just over a month from now. The creator, the architect of that goal. Japan with an aerial. Harmanpreet receives perfectly. Now looks for an outlet. Finds Mandeep. Still not clear. Sumit lost possession. Before Taiki Takade can play that in, the hooter has gone. What a half it has been for India.
After the goal, you only get 40
They've not conceded any penalty corners. They've not given away a lot of circle entries. Their passing has been incisive. The speed has been good. The penetration has been excellent. And India are in a great position. At the end of the second quarter, it is India 3, Japan 0.